Afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Saturday, February 1st Litchfield Budget Committee meeting. We called a meeting to order that was previously posted to vote on a couple of warrant articles after town deliberative, which just concluded today. So I'll call the meeting to order. First item of business, I need a motion to allow for remote participation.
So made.
Second.
Mr. Taylor, second by Ms. Douglas. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, motion carries 8-0-0. With us on the phone, we have Derek Barca. Derek, you just let us know why you're remote and if anyone's with you, please.
Yeah, I'm fluent. You guys want me to share it with you?
No.
Just be the notes.
All right, thank you. Hope you get feeling better.
You just want to keep that camera.
Yes, Mr. Barca is sick and he is with his dog, so he's good. Thank you. All right, so the first article that we are going to revote today, we're going to revote Article 15. That is the Cemetery Expendable Trust Fund. And that article reads to see if the town will vote to establish a cemetery maintenance expendable trust fund pursuant to RSA 3119A and RSA 2289-2A, allowing future proceeds received from the state of cemetery lives in the town of Litchfield cemeteries and any interest gained thereon for the maintenance of cemeteries, and to raise and appropriate $5,000 to put in the fund. This amount to come from unassigned fund balance. Further, to name the board of selectmen as agents to expend from said fund. Recommendations required, majority vote required, estimated 2025 tax rate impact $0.00. Recommended by the Board of Selectmen 5-0-0. Do I have a motion to recommend?
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Douglas, second. Mr. Leary, discussion.
So just to clarify, the only change is the $5,000.
What's the?
And now I'll formally ask, the reason behind $5,000?
So when the article was approved by the New Hampshire Department of Revenue, they said in order to create the expendable trust, you need to fund it. We took in, or the cemetery trustees sold plots totaling $7,000 this year, which would fall to unassigned fund balance. So the Board of Selectmen took 5 of that to put it into the fund. So there's no tax impact, it's coming from unassigned, and they did at least sell 7,000.
But my question would be then, why wouldn't we fund it with $7,000?
Right, that's what I was gonna ask.
That, we sold $7,000 towards the cemetery, why would we not fund it with $7,000?
Because we spent some of that because they had repairs that had to be,
Okay.
paid this year, which this is what this is
Right,
going to
okay.
fix going
Okay.
forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any additional questions? All right, we'll do roll call vote. This is to recommend Article 15. Ms. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. Leary?
Yes.
Yes.
Cutter?
Yes.
Mr. Hayes?
Yes.
Mr. Burke?
Yes.
Mr. LaFlante?
Yes.
And Mr. Barca?
Yeah.
And I am a yes also. Motion to recommend by the Budget Committee 9-0-0. All right, the second one that we need to vote, and this is actually the first time that we're voting on this, as soon as I scroll back up here, is Article 6, the new police department building. Just real quick for those watching at home, we previously did not vote on this until we were going to wait and do it after deliberative. And I know there was a special meeting that was held last week and had language added that had to do with the fact that we had yet to vote on this article. Even though there is no tax impact on this, we believed it was important to either offer a recommendation or not a recommendation for this warrant article, given the dollar amount and the importance of it to the town.
Well, to be fair, there's no tax impact this year. There is a tax impact in coming years.
Correct.
And the next 20 years, or 19 or 15, or whatever we decide not to.
Correct. All right, I'm going to read the article. I'll entertain a motion, and then we can have discussion. Article 6, new police department building. Passage of this article shall override the 10% limitation imposed on this appropriation due to the non-recommendation of the Budget Committee. Shall the town vote to raise and appropriate the sum of $6,500,000 for the purpose of financing the cost of planning, feasibility analysis, architecture and engineering fees, construction, site work, landscaping, furnishing and equipment, and equipping and related costs of a new police department building, and to authorize the issuance of $6,500,000 of bonds or notes under and in accordance compliance with the provisions of the Municipal Finance Act, RSA Chapter 33, and to authorize the selectmen to issue and negotiate, sell, and deliver such bonds or notes, and to determine the rate of interest thereon, and the maturity and other items thereof. To authorize the selectmen to apply for, accept, and expend federal, state, and other aid, if any, which may be available for said project, and to comply with all laws applicable to said project, to authorize the selectmen to use any available impact fees to reduce the amount to be bonded, and to authorize the selectmen to take any other action or to pass any other vote relative thereto. 3/5 ballot vote required. Estimated 2025 tax rate impact $0.00. Revised vote recommended by the Board of Selectmen
500.
500. Do I have a motion?
So made.
Motion recommended by Mr. Leary, second.
Second.
Second by Ms. Douglas. Discussion. One item I do want to just mention before we get into any additional discussion. That first sentence that's on there, the passage of the article, the 10% limitation. If we vote to recommend today, that language will come off.
No.
It will not
Lock them up. We are stuck with
disregard what I just said.
it.
Okay, discussion on the article.
So I got a quick question. Jeremy just brought it up, and I was thinking about it going through the articles. We don't vote on anything that does not happen.
We're not required to.
Why do we, and why do we not on something? I'm just curious, like on this one.
I'd love to see this as a clarification of our bylaws with the next session, that we should change that to, instead of tax impact, budget impact.
Because I'm looking at like preschool stuff. So,
Yeah.
so it's like, there's
Right.
no money involved. Why can't we vote?
Because it's coming from the unassigned fund balance. Is
I almost
to your
think
point, like,
anything
yeah.
that has a dollar number somewhere attached.
Right.
we should-
Usually that, so for example, like the Verizon cell tower, right, like that didn't have any dollars per se associated with it, so we weren't required to vote on it. Could we have? Yes. There's revenue, yeah, but we did. I felt like, even though we didn't have to vote on this one, it was important enough that we have a recommendation or not a recommendation. I agree with you, Scott, that maybe that's something that should be looked at for the bylaws in the spring. It's not a bad idea.
I worry about going down that road though, because then all of a sudden we'll have a lot of zero impact things that the budget committee doesn't weigh in on.
I think we should weigh in.
Okay, so it's to clarify that we should.
Oh, I agree. I think we should weigh in. Yes.
I'm sorry?
And we should vote on everything.
Well, I mean, we don't need to vote on planning boards. Well,
Yeah, like planning and zoning, we don't vote on. But yes, I agree
But
with
it has future impact.
you. Somebody said it. If it has dollars and cents in it in some way, shape, or form, we should vote.
So, did we nail down?
By statute.
Not by statute. No, by statute, we don't have to. Let's talk about more about our own internal.
Well, there was
bylaws.
a warrant article passed by the voters that required budget committee feedback. So there are local expectations. But I was unable to attend the budget hearing because. So, did we nail down a term and like expected costs for the future yet?
Not until interest rates are received.
So we have no
They're
years.
I mean,
So we have no years, no potential rate, no idea of payment. Just to be clear.
I know
All
first.
right, person.
It's gonna be,
I just asked you, what is the term, what is the interest rate, what is the partial payment?
it's gonna probably be 15 years.
it's gonna be
That's
one of the
pretty much
ones that have
consensus
been
of the board,
submitted to you.
Because it's the shortest.
All right, so again, that just makes my vote easier.
Will it be decided before the voter guide goes out?
No, not because.
So, okay.
So then how are you,
So it
you
makes the
told
vote-
me that you were gonna put it in the voter guide to
So-
make sure that people understood what the future
We
financial
already have
impact
the
is,
line.
but you're not gonna know what the rate or the term is?
So there's a line already in the warrant article that covers what's about to happen. Can I call the vote?
Any additional discussion? Okay, let me give my pen and paper. Counting on my hand wasn't easy. Roll call vote on Article 6 to recommend. Ms. Douglas.
No.
Mr. Leary.
Yes.
On behalf of the school board, no.
Mr. Taylor.
No.
Mr. Hayes.
No.
Mr. Burke. Mr. LaPlante.
No.
Mr. Barca.
Yes.
I am a no. Motion fails 2-7. Not recommended by the Budget Committee. Any other bit?
Well, and I just want to make it clear, it's not that we don't believe that a police station or some solution is needed, but the level of development of this proposal, in my opinion, is not something I am comfortable bringing before the voters, supporting, or trying to sell to the voters. So right now, not at this time because of the state of the development.
I think we've all just stated that at different meetings.
Yep.
There is a need.
There's a need.
Right.
For sure.
This.
There's a need. I agree.
Yeah.
Any other business today? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So made.
Motion by Mr. Taylor, second.
No, Mr. Hayes.
Mr. Hayes. Roll. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, motion carries 900. Thank you all.